Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Lone Wolf Podcast. I'm your host, Wolfson, and today we got a special guest in the building. This chick came all the way from the cosplaying scene to come over to the show for us, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to the one and only Twitch gamer, streamer, and mega famous cosplayer, Danielle DeNicola. Let's go!
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's everything? How's the shindig going?
Good.
Well, that's good to hear. You know, first,
Can't
first,
complain.
thank you for coming in over to the show. And it's an honor and privilege to have you over here to having some fun conversations that we're about to endure right here.
I'm excited.
All right. So first things first, before we get this thing started, because I'm pretty sure where I come from, not many people know what's a cosplayer and what is it that you do in particular. Can you give us like a brief introduction of your show, of yourself, and a short bio and what you do?
Yeah, I can. So cosplay is, it stands for costume play, which just means that it's Halloween all the time.
Oh.
The best way that I've found that I could describe it, that you just like dress up, make costumes and dress up all year round instead of just on Halloween. And you go to conventions and hang out with your friends and show off what you made. And it's a cool art form.
Now, where did that all started out? Like, what actually came to you say, like, I want to be a cosplayer all year long? Where did all that begin?
Right. So I went to conventions, Comic-Con. There's a million of them, I'm sure, as you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, there are conventions constantly, and I live in Florida, and there's a million conventions in Florida all year long. And so I would go, but I would be just regular attendee. I wouldn't like dress up or anything. I would go to panels and hang out and see things and like buy things in the vendor halls. And I was like, I've always been a super nerd, but like I never imagined dressing up because I was very shy, super nervous, and I didn't want to do it. And my friends, a friend of mine who I played League of Legends with in college, she was like, I dress up all the time and I should make you a costume. And I was like, good luck, because I'm not going to wear it. And she was like, yes, you are. And you're going to have fun. And I like just kind of gave in eventually.
Right.
And so she made me Launch from Dragon Ball Z. She knows my weakness is Dragon Ball Z. So she was like, here's Launch from Dragon Ball Z. You're going to put it on. You're going to like it. And I did. I had so much fun. And Dragon Ball fans are amazing. And so there was a bunch of Gokus and Trunkses. And someone gave me a little Krillin doll that I still have. And I don't know. I had the best time ever. So I was like, I guess I'm going to do Android 18 now, because now I've gotten bit by the bug and I can't stop because there's like a million ideas I have. And then now it's, I don't know, 7 years later, and then I'm still going.
Well,
list is still as long.
All this started when you were barely out of high school?
I was a junior in college. So 2013-ish.
2013 college?
Yeah.
Wait, you're definitely
28.
Oh, you're 28. I didn't ask for your age. I'm sorry. No, I was doing
Everyone
math.
looks at me and they're like, you're like 12. And I'm like, no. Every time I go to Joann's, they're like, so what school do you go to? And I'm like, that's nice.
Hey, I mean, take the compliment. Why not?
Oh,
You're definitely young. You're definitely.
I'll take it.
Hey, I thought you were like in your early 20s, to be honest.
Nice. Love that.
Until you start saying 7 years, I'm like, 7 years.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know. It hurts a little.
Don't worry. I'm 31 right now.
Young. See, other people say that and I'm like, young. But then I think of myself and I'm like, not young. No longer.
No. I think the total opposite of it. Like the moment I entered the 30 is like, fuck, this is where I'm gonna feel everything. I kid you not. It takes me a while for me to roll out of my freaking bed. And now I start making the dad now. He says, "Go."
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 100%.
My girl, she's 30, and she tells me, "It's like, oh, 30's the new 20s. I got this, baby. Why? You should be happy. You are young. You're zesty." I'm like, I don't feel the way.
I love that adjective.
I mean, hey, thank God I have her for her energy because I don't know how she keeps that positive mind. It's like, yeah, I'm not 30. I'm okay. I'm young. I'm like, no, I'm 30. I'm too old. I can't
I've
party.
been told that 30s are the best years.
That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Whoever told you that, it's a lie because they told me the same thing. Oh, wait, that was my girlfriend. No, never mind. It wasn't a lie. Sorry, honey. It wasn't a lie.
Women don't lie.
No, we don't. You don't lie. You don't lie, baby. No, you don't lie. If you're listening to this, she does. But, I need to cover my ass sometimes. No, but it's one of those things that, when you get to a certain age and then everybody looks at you, it's like, oh my God, you're in your 20s and stuff like that. Because when I go to work, I work and I work as an audio engineer, as a tech guy. So I basically, they don't tell me I have a actual dress code per se, but I'm always dressed up as black all around, like black jeans, black shirt, black hat, or black beanie, or whatever I am. I'm always wearing black, and I'm always wearing my bag. I mean, and all the students confuses me for a student.
There you go, though. That's good.
So the key to be a youthful person, you're always gonna feel young all the time.
There you go.
I don't know how long am I gonna keep doing that, thinking myself a kid young, because my bones and my back is telling me otherwise.
It's so relatable. I ice my back all the time.
Really? How often you actually fix your back? That's
multiple times a week. I go to the chiropractor. I talk about it all the time on Twitch.
Oh, really?
I'm the oldest young person ever.
Oldest young person. That's a new one.
Uh-huh.
So have you always had any back problems before? Because I know that I got this from my mom. My mom, she always had like that whole back problem, and somehow I inherited.
I didn't have any like hereditary issues, but I sit a lot. So my lower back is like screaming all the time.
Really? Sitting too much is a bad thing?
It's crazy, right? Who knew? Who knew?
That kind of makes more sense. My back problems lately.
Right?
I spent too much time. During the whole pandemic, I have to work on me sitting down in the office. I used to like build stages and set up conferences and projectors and shit and whatnot. I'm always like active all around. And when the pandemic hit, I had to work inside the office, and everything has to go through Zoom for what we're doing. Let me tell you some of my Zoom stories that I have during work. There was one time that I missed out one Zoom call, and it was that one Zoom call that I should have not missed because it got Zoom bombed.
It got Zoom bombed?
You never heard that term?
No.
Oh my God, that was like literally a thing last year.
What does that mean? Does the link get posted and a bunch of people join? Is that what that is?
The same thing as you can imagine about being picture bombed. It's like, shit, somebody ruined the picture because this guy photo bombed it. He came out of the picture. Same thing on Zoom. Except that in Zoom, you got like teenagers or young adults from colleges going through the links and then just
appearing.
Think of the wildest shit that you can imagine that happens.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It is funny.
The link just gets leaked somehow?
It got somehow linked, and then whoever got in, because I wasn't in, I was supposed to supervise that conference. The person put gay porn on.
Were there like in the Zoom call? I love that. I love chaos. That shit's so funny.
It wasn't just and old people. It was also one of the heads of my department in there.
I'm very sorry to hear that, but also that's really funny.
When I heard that from my boss, he's like, what happened? Why weren't you in the Zoom call? I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Let me just log in. No, there's no more Zoom call. Somebody Zumba. It's like, oh shit. The next day he explained to me what happened, and we were just laughing about it. I was just like,
that's so funny. So no one got in trouble? It's okay?
I mean, because it was a phenomenon that was happening that everybody, it wasn't just the that was getting laid. Like every other university or business across the nation, people were literally Zoom bombed.
Okay.
This was actually a legit thing. Like go hashtag Zoom bomb, YOLO, and then wow shit puts out there. And what they basically do is that they unmute themselves, start talking shit, and then they'll do the share screen option, and then that's where they put all those porno shit on there.
So funny.
It is.
So I don't use Zoom that much. I only do it like every now and then for stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I was just out of touch. I didn't hear about that at all. But that is really funny. It's annoying.
No.
On the outside, it's pretty funny.
When it's not happening to you, it is funny. But when it's definitely happened to you, no, because then
I imagine, I have sympathy, but also I can see the humor in it. Yeah.
No, the humor is there. I mean,
okay.
A lot of I told this to a lot of people, even including my best friends. They were like laughing their asses off, and then they were just cracking jokes about like, was it BBC on Dude? I'm like, you're taking away the point about I'm almost got fired because of a Zoom bomb. And they're like, oh, but you gotta see the funny side of all this. What's the funny side? A bunch of old ladies watching two dudes fucking each other.
Was probably the most excited they've been all day, truly.
Maybe in years. Maybe in years. You know what? I don't judge.
You can cut that out if you need to cut that out.
Nah, we're good. We're good on that. We're good on that one. I mean, to each their own. I'm pretty sure there was at least one old lady that was like,
keep it on.
I know I came here to relax, but So I don't know. I thought this was like worldwide known, the fact that people do Zoom months, because that's where later Zoom just implemented certain, regulations and protections for being zoomed on, because it was literally spread out like a freaking virus. So I'm surprised that you haven't heard about that. Now, even
I'm surprised too.
Even on the Twitch community, you haven't heard anything like that?
No. And that's weird because I spend a lot of my time on the internet. I don't know why.
Wow.
Can't tell you.
How often you actually spend your time on the internet? Like, what's your normal schedule?
I wish I had statistics for you, but I spend like...
Ballpark. Give me a ballpark.
It's hard because my work and play is both on the internet. It's like social media and like posting comments, emails, leisurely scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, Messenger to like talk to my friends. You know what I mean? And then like for video games, that's also on the internet. You're playing like Steam games with your friends. I don't know. I would have to say of like, if I'm awake for like 12 hours, probably at least like 10. I don't know many times where I'm not connected to the internet. I lost internet one night and I was like, what do I do? Read a book? What do I do with these hours of my life? I don't know what I'm doing. Sit here in this ball pit and contemplate
oh my God.
Existentialism.
But you were part in the early 90s.
I actually do read books, so that was a joke. But yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Also have a Switch, so I guess I don't need the internet.
It's a funny thing that you say that, because I had this same discussion with my girlfriend, and I told her, you cannot live without the internet. And she's like, well, neither can you. And I'm like, hell yeah, I can. And she was like, listen, you're literally on the internet, on your phone, and on this. One day you cannot last. And I'm like, babe, I don't like social media. So I can just like delete all my social medias and I'll be okay with it. Not to mention, I'm a music producer. So I don't really need the internet for me to produce music. I could just like basically open up my program and just make music, and that's it. So, like I really don't need it. And it's like, oh, okay. That doesn't work. All right, I'll find something else. Look, I got a PlayStation 5, I got a PlayStation 4, I got an Xbox. I can play video games. I'm a campaign-driven person, so I can just like spend hours playing either Final Fantasy, Uncharted, or any of the other games. Even freaking Switch. I got my Pokemon games, so I could just replay them all over again. I gave her a whole list. I even told her, like, you know what? If all goes down, like there's no power and I can't even use nothing, I got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I will just start playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And
there you go.
I got my Gundam figures out there. Like I gotta build like 20 other Gundams around there. So it's like I always got
stuff to do. Yeah.
So she gave me this like, shut up, seriously, shut up.
Didn't expect you to go on a whole thing.
No, yeah. And she's like, you're full of shit. You know that? You're full of shit. I'm like, how am I full of shit? Like, how is this my fault? It's like everything is about you. It's I was like, oh my God, okay, you know what? You're right. You're right. I can't live without internet.
There you go.
But I can. I can. So
speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'm learning how to play Magic right now.
Oh.
I'm brand new, confused.
Well, I haven't played Magic in a long time. And I'll tell you that at the early stages of Magic when I was playing, it was kind of confusing at first, but then once you get the ball rolling, you get the hang of it, and then it becomes like something like, okay, this is something. The new way of playing Magic nowadays is actually, I don't know what's going on here.
My roommate and everyone I know plays Commander.
Okay.
And so they got me a Commander deck, and they knew which one to get me, apparently, because it's the one with all the hot waifus. So that's my Commander deck now. I've never used it, but I've been watching YouTube videos so learning how to play Magic so I could use my waifu deck.
I don't know why that's very appealing for a lot of people. Honestly, I honestly don't know, because even Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a lot of waifu cards and decks that people are just like, oh my God, waifu material. Yes, I would like to buy it. And it's like the most expensive card. I'm like, why the fuck is this expensive? Like, what are you going to do?
There's a reason I use those Harpy ladies.
Boom, childhood ruin.
I have the Harpy ladies, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and a dual disc, because my Valentine wig. I'm doing her next, actually.
No way. Do we have a Lone Wolf podcast exclusive? Holy God, let the record beat horns. Let's go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here you are right now. You're loud listening that Danielle next cosplaying is my Valentine's. Oh my God. This is going to break the fucking internet.
It should be really good. The wig is the best thing I've ever seen in my life, truly.
Did you actually design it, or you actually had it made, or you had to purchase it the way that it is?
I am not a wig styler. I got it from a wig styler named Rent Champ on Instagram. She lives in a different country, and I don't remember what country that is, but she's amazing. And
you go to her for all your wigs and stuff?
That was the first one. I have a couple of different wigs from different people. But that's the one that's like my baby that I cradle. It's like in a thing in the closet where like no one can hit it and no one can touch it. No one can mess it up.
That's what's up. And how often you actually cosplay yourself every other day? Like, I'm pretty sure you have like a huge variety of costumes and wigs that you got to wear on a certain days. Like, doesn't that hurt your head a little bit?
Yes, it does.
So it does bring you pain.
It's like if you wear a hat that's like a little too small all day, you know what I mean? And you finally take it off and you feel freedom. That's what it's like. Because it's got that elastic band that squeezes you just enough.
Do you actually get very those type of pressure headaches?
Only with wigs. Yeah, only with wigs. Ponytail wigs are crazy too, because they're like pulling you the whole day.
Oh.
So eventually you're like, I got to take this off before my hair actually rips from my forehead.
Jesus, that sucks. And how long let's say you're on a convention, and how long are you in that costume for the whole convention?
It depends. Probably like 4 to 5 hours.
Oh,
maybe.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, I'm here 8 hours and 12 hours. I'm like,
No,
I'm gonna.
there are crazy people in the good way
Mhm.
who do like 3 costumes in one day. Like, here's my morning costume. Here's my afternoon costume. Here's my night costume. And I'm like, you guys are insane. Like, that is some serial killer energy if I've ever seen serial killer energy. Everybody talks to me. Everybody makes fun of me because I unpack in hotel rooms, and apparently that's very strange. And I also wear socks to bed, and that's also very strange. So everyone's like, "Oh, like that's like serial killer energy," and I'm like, "No, the people who have 3 to 4 costumes to do in one day at a convention, that's shit that's confusing me."
Jesus,
But props to them, truly.
Hey, props
that's a
to
resolve
them.
I couldn't dream to have.
Props to them, but I've never heard of that.
Really?
I'll be honest. I barely go to conventions. I started going not too long ago when I moved here to Miami. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so I moved here like holy shit 7 years exactly. Wow,
crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, time flies really. And I didn't have, and back home, I didn't have anybody that I can share my geekness. You know, most of the time I was always like to myself, you know, a closet geek. Cannot let anybody know in high school and college that, yeah, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Pokemon. I like playing video games. I like anime, manga, and shit. Or I can't be saying that because, you know, I don't know, people would judge me and say like, oh, you're a grown man, blah, blah, blah. It's only when I moved here that I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to be me and that's it. I don't give a shit if anybody doesn't care about that. And my cousins, they're older than me. We all share the same thing. We all love the same things. We all love animes. We all love mangas. We all love play video games. We started our own little Geektanium podcast to ourselves to talk about all sorts of things and go to the movies to watch every MCU movie every Sunday and talk about it. You know, like that's when I went full-fledged geek mode all the way. It's like, yes, this is who I am. I love it.
I love that. That's so wonderful.
Thank you. I mean, I tell you, as soon as I moved here, I feel best feeling ever, you know, and including my girl. My girl is very supportive with all my geekness. Like, even though she's not into that shit that I'm into, she still supports me, and she always tells me like, you know, this is what you love. I support you with what you love because this is what make you who you are. And I'm like,
yeah, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
I know.
Love that for you guys.
Thank you. I'm gonna ask her to marry her. So
good.
Yeah, that's wifey that I need to lock that shit down.
Woo!
Let the record be home. Let's go. Yeah, that's wifey material. But yeah, like
love her. I don't even know her.
Thank you. She's probably gonna say the same thing when she listens to the show, you know. But yeah, like I've only been to like SuperCon like a few times, and I've been.
That was my first convention. Actually,
you really SuperCon right here?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I used to go to school in Tampa. And USF. And that was my first con, was SuperCon. I drove down with my friends.
And what drove you over there to say like, hey, fuck it, let's go to SuperCon. Let's drive down to South Florida.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's pretty much it? Okay, I just answered my own question. Thank you. So when was that? That was like, what, 7 years ago? Like
that was pre 7 years ago because I was going to cons a lot before I cosplayed. So it must have been at least 2011 or 12.
Okay.
Something like that. 13, 12. I don't know. I was at least going to cons like 1 or 2 years before I cosplayed. So
okay. That's that. So the
my timeline starts to get, I'm 28, I'm old.
hey, we've been there, done that. Don't worry about it.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, no. Hey, I graduated with an engineering degree, and sometimes my math doesn't seem right in my head. So imagine that. It's my 30s. I'm telling you, it's my age.
It all blends together eventually.
Don't worry. When you get there, you'll exactly feel the same pain as I'm feeling.
Okay.
But right now you're very energetic, so I don't know if you're gonna feel it, or maybe you will feel it when you're not moving around. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm an extrovert. I'm fueled by conversation, so this is giving me energy.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is gonna be fun then. So we can basically talk for hours, and you'll be like, "I'm still good. Let's keep going."
Until I get hungry. Yeah. So it fuels me. The two things.
All right.
Food and people.
Why not? Why not? So, but let me ask you. So, was it that going into conventions, was that like the kickoff for you to actually take cosplaying seriously and make it as a career thing, or what actually prompted out to you to decide, like, instead of being you doing this as a hobby, let's make money out of this?
So at first, when I first started cosplaying, I remember I wasn't done with my degree yet. And I was going to school for creative advertising. So it's specifically to work in advertising agencies and come up with like marketing campaigns, like Got Milk and like stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like do like the creative storyboards and like whatever. So that's what I went to school for. And then I remember I had a like side hustle doing guides and walkthroughs for a game website. And then I started cosplaying as like a hobby just for fun. And then as I started to get more and more excited about it, it started picking up like on social media a little bit here and there. And then I made friends who also did it. And then once there was like a little like social group for it, like a lot of us started to get asked to go to conventions.
Yeah.
So we started going together, but it's like, first year shows, second year shows that are like starting to get like their feet wet, as opposed to like SuperCon was like the big one at the time, and like MegaCon and stuff like that. So it just sort of like gradually happened. We started like guesting a little bit. And so it was like, okay, well, if we're guesting, we need prints. So we got some prints made, and then we would sell the prints, but it wasn't like making that much. And then because we had extra prints from the shows, we all made print stores. And then it was like, okay, well, if we're all gonna do cosplays and like get pictures done, we might as well take like 10 pictures, make a set out of it, and make a Patreon. You know what I mean? And so it was just like slowly and gradual. And then eventually it started to make more money than any job that I could find. And especially right after college, I applied to probably every single advertising agency in Central Florida, like across both coasts, and nobody was hiring. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just bartend for now and just do cosplay. And then eventually it made enough money where it was making more money. I did eventually get a job in social media at a drug and alcohol rehab center when I lived in West Palm Beach. Down by you. So I was doing their social media for a long time. And then once it was like, I don't need this anymore, just kind of like let it go and started doing cosplay full time. And it's been never looked back. I don't want to sit at a desk for anyone else but me ever again.
That's pretty dope. I always enjoy hearing some of these comments from many artists and promoters and other people, YouTubers and such as yourself. Like, I always enjoy listening to how they actually started. And it's surprisingly that most of your stories are relatively the same in a way. Like, either you drop out of school or you finish school, but you couldn't get anything. But then when you start doing the hobby passionate and start to see more movement, then you basically quit everything and then just like go full force on that.
Yeah, towards the end, I was like sitting in a cubby with like a headset on, my little like cubicle, and I was bringing foam warbler and like heat guns and like tools to my job. And I would, if somebody called, I would answer the call, and I was like sitting there like making armor on the floor of like the thing, and everybody would walk by and be like, "What the fuck?" Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on your podcast.
Oh, you can curse. Yeah,
everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm making a shin guard." I don't care what you have to say, sir.
That's wild. I have to appreciate some of the jobs that, they give you the ability to actually do some of your side hustles before you actually make your main hustle. Like that job, I'm pretty sure if you were to work any other agency, I'm pretty sure they'll be like, you can't be doing that,
Right.
I'm happy to hear that, that agency was cool. It's like, all right, cool, as long as it's not fucking around with our job,
I had the best boss. She's wonderful.
See, even with that, when you're working with someone that's like the best boss, someone that can work with you, man, it makes your life much more easier, and you can do all your passionate stuff that you always want to. That's one of the reasons I enjoy working at, because it gave me the liberty to do many things that I could have done before. Before, I used to be a promoter, and I used to be an audio tech for the Clevelander Hotel in South Beach. I hated that job. That was like the worst. Let me tell you, my work schedule is working 12-hour shifts from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Every weekend.
Yikes. That's a lot.
That's a lot, that's a lot,
Yeah,
every weekend.
That's a ton.
Yeah, and me trying to be an up-and-coming artist and try to tour and try to make music while mostly all my gigs have to be on the weekends, and I coincidentally have to work on the weekends. So it was like great. And then on the weekdays, like I get off, but my brain is so fried that nothing comes out of my head. So when I finally got that job, it gave me so much liberty that, it's thanks to that I was able to, embark my journey as a producer and release a couple of songs on the various labels, work with some artists, and started this podcast when the pandemic hit. And by far is like the best thing that I've ever done in my goddamn life. Like I tell you, like I am so passionate about podcasting, because I just started with just my mic and a webcam and started talking to myself, basically.
I love that. But honestly, that's like obviously a lot of horrible things came out of the pandemic. But honestly, one really cool thing is that it gave a lot of us a little bit of extra time to do a couple of little things that we had always wanted to do. And that's really cool that you were able to find that. That's awesome.
Thank you. I mean, I always look at life glass half full, So, I see the glass half full, so let's make something out of it, There's no sense of dwelling like, crap over you. So it's like, let's just move forward and do something. What can I do? What is it that I can do besides music? Like, oh, okay, I can do podcasting. All right, let's go. Grab the mic and start talking. And then all of a sudden, I just start talking to myself, telling people what I do. Basically, the whole premise of this podcast is explaining people my experience as a up-and-coming producer who came from an island and came over here, reached my goals, and all the hardships I had to go through, and let the people know, like, you don't have to take my route. You can take other roads as well. Don't do this, don't do that, and learn from my mistakes that I've done, or the mistakes of others that I see. Like, just be aware that if this is what you really want, the industry is ugly. So you should be prepared for the ugly side of it. I don't know how ugly is on your side in the cosplaying, but in the music, it's very shark related. Like it's every man for itself, and it's very ugly. And there's some things that people don't tell you until you get screwed over big time, And that's where I come in and let the people know, it's like, hey, this happens. Like, this happens. You would never.
Good. That's good.
I mean, I'm trying to break the mold here. I'm trying to make a difference here, because if I'm gonna like let other people know if they want to be if they want to be a DJ, if they want to be a up and coming artist, or whatever it is that you want to do, expect some of the hardships that you're gonna get and some of the work, but also expect, this could happen to you. So have you ever faced any ugliness from your side of the industry when it comes to cosplaying? Have any negative stuff that you wish you've you could come back, turn the clock backwards, and just do it somewhere else or do something different?
I mean, I think that there is a good and evil side to every industry, probably. I can't speak for the music industry. I know nothing, little to nothing about the music industry. There is no way to get through cosplay unscathed, it feels like, but also I feel as though that's probably true in any industry ever. But it's like, it kind of depends on your personality. I feel like you seem to be the type of person who is just like, dust it off, let's keep going. And as long as you have that sort of attitude, I feel like you can just kind of not worry about it as much.
Yeah.
It hurts like in the beginning, and then you learn to, do it. And then it's cool that you would have adapted the mindset to teach people.
Yeah.
Because that also helped me a lot. I recently was thinking about, like, I've been filming this new YouTube series of like kind of like frequently asked cosplay questions, like how to open a print store, how to ship things out, like how to ship prints, like what are the best practices, where do your envelopes come from, like things like that. And like, so that I could also like teach people like the things that I feel like hurt me in the past.
It hurt
me.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Hurt me in the past, Yeah. That's actually pretty cool because I mean, you just want everybody to succeed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Like, and that's something that I've noticed a lot in some of at least in my side. There's like a level of competition, like everybody's trying to compete for the spotlight and nobody wants to help everybody. I feel that's kind of like shitty of you for not to do something like that. Like, we're all here in this together. We all want the cheese, it's okay, but come on, cheese.
There's enough room.
There's enough room. Yeah, it's the cheese is big. Like we can all eat. You don't have to be a douchebag and fuck me over in the ass and just say like, haha, I got it.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced something like that in your end?
Yeah, I feel like everyone has though. That's everyone thing, I think.
You think?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that you can do it. I don't think that you can be in a like social industry like music or, cosplay is pretty new, but like, or like modeling or like anything where you are like talking to a lot of people, you know what I mean? On a normal basis, I think you will eventually get stabbed in the back in some way.
Yeah.
You have to. It's the nature of human beings. Unfortunately,
it is part of the thing. And one of the things is, we just basically said it, like, all we can do is just dust it off and move forward. It's like, there's no sense, like, like you'll feel like a sense of betrayal. You'll feel very emotional about it. You'll feel like distraught or like deceived. Like, damn, bro, I never thought like this could happen. But it's a naive intent from all of us. It does happen. Like the only difference that is, what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you just gonna move forward or are you gonna move backwards?
Exactly. That's what I was saying. It depends on how you run with it. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine who has been doing it far longer than I have. And like the first time anything happened, I was like freaking out and like, like took it really hard. I'm a softie. So I'm like freaking out. And, she was like, I'll be honest with you. This isn't the first time this is going to happen. She was like, I'm going to be real with you. You gotta like, I'm sorry that it happened to you, but you gotta keep going and like do what makes you happy. And the best revenge is to do well. So just focus on yourself and know that it happened. The first time is always the worst, and if it happens again, it probably will. You can deal with it because you did it already.
Yeah,
she's very smart.
Oh, okay. So she's a big cosplayer?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Well, she's been in the game for a while.
Oh, okay. So we're talking someone with experience.
Yeah. I have found though that the majority of people are very nice, though. I will say, on a very positive note, the majority of people are very nice.
Well, that's good to hear.
And a lot of people want to help, which is sweet. really cool. I think a lot of us are just nerds in the cosplay community. So we're all just like, we have friends now. It's really cool.
Well, have you ever met a poser that you are aware of that, you know what you're doing? You're not here for the community. You're just here to show off your ass and tits and, and get some money out of it.
I don't know. It's hard to tell what people's true intentions are unless you spend a lot of time with them. But I don't have any personal friends like that. No.
Oh, okay. Have you seen it from far away? Like, have you noticed some of the stuff like that goes in, or have you heard any shitty stuff?
I'm sure that it happens. But I don't know. I don't know that I'd be able to tell from afar, especially over the internet, because I don't know them that well,
Okay. I mean, I ask because like I've seen some of these cosplayers and like there's this thing that everybody portrays like, oh, the nerdy people or the geek people look certain way, and then when they see a hot, beautiful young woman such as yourself and others, and they do all the characters and animes, and you like some of the stuff that all other people like, you feel like,
yeah, it takes you for sure.
Like
you're taking it back.
Yeah,
there's a joke that if you were a nerd, if you were a nerdy girl in high school, you're a 50% chance to be hot now.
What the hell? I've never heard that shit before.
I see memes all the time that are like that.
No fucking way. That's hilarious. If only that was true with me. Oh, wait a minute.
I think we've all come into our own skin. I think it took a while though, but I know what you mean because I think it has to, I mean, we might get a little deep, but like, I think it has to do with a lot of trauma. If you like spend a lot of your high school, or like formative years growing up, getting bullied. I played World of Warcraft. I didn't have friends. I played WoW in high school. I would go home immediately and play World of Warcraft until 2 a.m. and then wake up and do it all over again. Literally, I didn't talk to anybody. So like, I get it. Like, I understand the pain of the school, especially being made fun of for things, hiding things. And like, now there are people who it's cool now. And now they're profiting off of it. You feel like slighted. I get it. I do. But I think that a lot of that has to do with like internalized trauma, that you have to like think about your own thing and why you feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been through I've been bullied throughout almost my whole childhood life, even at summer camps, which is rare because summer camp is supposed to be the part where I get away. Yeah, it's the super fun part where I get away.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney and shit. No, I still get bullied. Like how the hell is this happening? Oh yeah, like, and I was very shy person at first. Like I was very shy, little to myself. Like only a few people I'm friends with, and like I told you before, I was a closet geek. I never tell anybody. Like I used to watch Cartoon Network all the time, every Friday, every Saturday. Cartoon Fridays, Adult Swim on Saturdays. You watch all the animes. Like that was basically my weekends. I barely gone out. It's only probably when I hit high school that's when I started to socialize a little bit with my high school friends and be more out there. But at the same time, all this was hidden. Like nobody knows about it. Nobody knows unless they go inside my room. So obviously that's when they know. It's like, oh yeah, you like Naruto? It's like, yeah. I do. I like Naruto. I like Bleach.
Did you ever find that other kids were hiding it as well?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I found out later down the road. I found out some of the what I like to consider frat boys or the chads. From college that they're the ladies' man. They get any girls and shit. I used to hang around with them a lot, and it was later down the road that I found out one of them loves the Gundam series like I do. Because I was like scrolling down my phone at the time and there was like a picture of a Gundam and by chance he looked that over. And I was like, oh, sorry, my bad. It was just a picture. And it was like, is that Gundam 00? I'm like, I was like, whoa, what?
Did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Love that.
And I had like other people as well that later on that's, oh yeah, one of my college best friends, I didn't know that there was a section in college that there was like a area where the classroom is basically empty. I remember that he took me once there and everybody was literally geeking out like out of control. Like literally they use one of the classroom's projectors and they hook up a fucking Xbox to play Street Fighter. I kid you not.
So
Marvel versus Street Fighter shit. And excuse me, they had the arcade buttons with then attached as a controller. I was like,
the fight sticks. Yeah.
like, whoa, what the hell is this? And then I saw on my other side people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh yeah. It was later that I found out there was a lot of people that I knew that they lugged some of the shit, but never out there and admit it. I was like, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Sorry, you cannot be like me. That I embrace it. I embrace it. Look at me. I'm full force right now.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So it sucks that, sometimes some of these people don't. I wish that everybody could be themselves, And I feel like that's exactly what comic book conventions are, Everybody can be themselves.
Totally.
I feel like
that's why I love them.
I love them too. I've been to New York Comic Con as well, and that was like the illest place I've ever been in my life. Like I want to go back there, but not before I go to PAX on Seattle.
PAX.
Yeah, and then I have to go to San Diego Comic Con. That's like a must.
You have to at least once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a must. The only problem is I hate the ticketing system.
Yeah.
It's a fucking pain in the ass.
Hard.
It's literally the whole Big Bang Theory, refresh.
You need to get everybody together in a room. Everybody's on their own laptop.
I kid you not. We've done that even on SuperCon. I remember even during SuperCon, me and my cousins, we all brought our own laptops and we look at a corner on a hotspot. We turn on the Wi-Fi because the Comic-Con tickets were going to be live, and we all went on our laptops and we went like, one of us got in and then we were queued to 15,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then we were ready to buy the tickets and then it was like, nope, sold out.
Oh no.
So it was like Friday and Saturday sold out, and it was like Thursday and Sunday available. I'm like, guys, let's just go to Thursday or Sunday. Go to one or the other. Like, fuck it. And they were like, dude, we got to work on Monday. I'm like, okay, but it's Comic-Con.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
We can just like
go.
Yeah, I mean, we can do something on Friday and Saturday to kill time or something. One of my cousins was willing to go, but the other one, he's a family man. He's got kids, so he was like I can't do it. The wife, the kids. I can't do it. Like it has to be like if I'm gonna go, it has to be on a Friday and Saturday. So on Sunday we can leave. I'm like, okay, I get it. Then one day we're going to Tokyo. Then fuck it.
Oh, yes.
What is one of the places that you wish you want to go as a cosplayer?
I have wanted to go to New Zealand my whole life.
Really?
And there was somebody from New Zealand came into my Twitch channel one day and was like, I want you to come to a New Zealand con. And I was like, I want to come to a New Zealand con, but they have to add, you could always send them a message, send them an email. And so this man went to Facebook and messaged the Facebook page of the convention and was like, you should bring Danielle. And 2 hours later, I got an email from them. It was insane. I was like, I've said that to so many people over the years and it has never worked. And this is the one time that it actually worked, and it worked so fast. But I was supposed to go. I was supposed to be there April of 2020. And so obviously everything shut down in March and they canceled the con and New Zealand was rigged. So yeah, it got canceled. So I'm hoping that next year, when everything's all better again, maybe I can reach out and actually go.
Yeah, I wish you could actually get there, man. That was like, wow.
I know. It's a roller coaster.
That was, I mean, shit. What are the odds that they actually message you and be like, hey,
I know.
That's gotta be a pretty dope feeling. The fact that it was like, oh, okay, I always want to go here. Yeah, let's go.
I know it's the one place because when I was younger, I wasn't very interested in traveling. So I was always like, if I were to go anywhere ever, my answer was always New Zealand because I thought it was so pretty, and you go visit the Shire and there's like things to do there and like hot springs and like, I don't know, there's just like, so it's beautiful. And I was born in New York, but I grew up in Florida. And so I've lived in Florida my whole life, pretty much. So it was just exciting to think of like the possibilities of forests and mountains and things that aren't flat. So I was really excited. And then, yeah, so I would love the opportunity to go back to, it's called Armageddon Expo, or actually attend Armageddon Expo.
That's pretty dope. I hope you actually get it again. Have you stay in touch with them? Are they like, hey, I'm still here,
Yeah, I did a virtual costume contest for them over the pandemic. So yeah, I'm holding out.
How's that work, to be honest? Virtual costume?
Yeah, so people will video call in, like it's a big Discord call, and then they would broadcast it on their social media, like from Discord, like to Facebook or whatever. And then the people would, when it was their turn their camera on and they'll be in the costume, show off the costume, spin around, show the makeup, little details, what you want to know about the costume. And then we would ask questions and stuff. And then at the end, they gave us some time to like deliberate and like, do the judge thing. And then we announced winners. It's fun.
That's okay. There's always a first for anything, man.
Yeah.
Because I never heard such a thing. And that's pretty dope. Easy. Because now you're in the comforts of your home and you can just like parade around with your own cosplay.
Exactly.
That's pretty dope. What was your cosplay from last year?
I didn't enter. I was just a judge, but I wore Elizabeth from BioShock.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you had the short hair?
Yeah, the black hair.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Is that your favorite one, or which has been your favorite cosplaying of all time?
Oof, it's such a hard question. It's a loaded question because I feel like each costume is like a piece of your soul that you like put work into. So it's so tough to answer like your favorite of the thing, but I have a few.
All right, let me make it easier for you. Let me make it easier. Give me like your top 5. Like,
okay.
Top
cool.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
In no way order.
Okay. Definitely Jaina Proudmoore from World of Warcraft. She's a human mage. She has the long skirt and the breastplate, and the blonde hair, the streaks in it. She has like little mage powers. This is obviously a hand symbol for mage powers. Yeah.
Just for the audio version who don't know, check it out on YouTube. Okay, guys.
Like a grabby hand. Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Grabby hands. Okay.
One. Right. Yeah. I did I was very into League of Legends for a really long time, and I did a Kane, gender bend Kane, League of Legends. He is a big, beefy, buff man with a 6.5 foot scythe. And so I made this 6.5 foot scythe, and it had an eyeball in it, and it lit up. And it was crazy, and it was heavy, and it was in 4 pieces. You had to put all the PVCs together. And the big shoulder piece and an eye patch. I could only see out of my one eye. It was insane to wear in retrospect by myself with no handler, but cosplayers are crazy, and I did it anyway. And I love the way that came out. So that's 2. The third one, I did a blood elf from World of Warcraft that I like a lot. just like a human blood elf mage.
Right.
Got the little ears and stuff. And a staff, a demon hunter from Diablo. And then the last one I would say is a Mushu, an armored Mushu from Mulan. It's my favorite Disney movie.
Mushu?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I have a friend, GladzyK. She is a digital artist. She's wonderful. And she's just like, she cosplays too. And so she takes commissions if you want her to design like an armor for something that doesn't actually have an armor, you know, that you can like create based off of.
Okay.
And so I commissioned her to draw me an armored Mushu, and she did it, and it was amazing. And I made it, and it turned out really well. And for the photo shoot, I actually held fire. It was very cool.
Yo.
Yeah. It was super cool. And she actually just made me a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I'm going to do that next.
Ooh.
And I know you're into that, but I haven't started yet.
That's dope. Let's go.
That one's going to be good. I'm excited for that one.
Damn, a Blue Eyes White Dragon armor. Oh my God. I think Konami wants to like, hey, Danielle, yeah, we kind of need your idea and make a card out of it.
Right.
Fun fact. Do you know that the Blue Eyes White Dragon is actually a female dragon?
No, I didn't.
For those who don't know and hasn't watched the series, watch the original series in the last season, like season 5, or like when they go on a tour to Egypt or something like that.
Uh-huh.
They meet their past life themselves. And they see that one of them, Kaiba, like has a lover. He had a lover, and then she sacrificed her soul to protect him. And what she does, and when he does, is like he grabs her and asks for the gods to like, please save her soul. Like, I need her strength, her power to defeat this evil, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, a stone tablet pops out, and it's the tablet of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So they basically grab her soul and then the dragon just appeared, just got, all roar and mighty.
Oh, my heart. Oh, it hurts. I love that so much.
I kid you not. You can check that out. It's on Netflix. So yeah.
I'm going to look that up after this.
And I'm pretty sure that people are going to freak out when I say that out. It's like, what? Blue Eyes is a girl? It's a female? It's like, yeah, like it's been like what? When did the anime show up? Like in 2002, 2004? Yeah, it's been known since then. Like, this is nothing new. So the fact that you had the blue hair right now, the whole Bulma hair right that you got, and then you're gonna wear the blue armor of the Blue Eyes, it's like, holy shit, this is gonna be awesome.
Yes, it's gonna be.
Yes.
I've wanted to do it forever. Yeah. So she just finished it. I'm really excited.
That's dope. That's so. I'm happy to hear that. I can't wait to actually see you on dressed with that whole armor. I have to check that Mulan one. Like, I haven't noticed it.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't go much on my social media. So
yeah, social media, if you blink, you miss stuff. It's very easy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely pretty easy. I just have it just to promote my shit. Like, it's either my songs or promote my podcast. Now I'm just using it to promote my podcast. I'm basically putting little clips on social media every day. I'm just putting a clip out there and getting people, to see it and watch the show or listen to the show. And just recently, I just added TikTok.
Yep.
Never in my life would I thought that it's like, oh yeah, let's go on with the TikTok train.
I know. When it first came out, it was like, I could never. And then I think the pandemic, it like shifted everybody. And then everyone was like, oh, I was in fact incorrect. And this is awesome, and where I should have started all along. The growth on there is crazy. And it's like not what everyone thought it was, I think, which is like just a kids app for kids. Like, it's pretty Vine-like now.
I was going to say that. I feel like TikTok is like a better version of Vine. That's what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And I said, like, as soon as Vine got deleted, it's like, well, okay, that was my source of main. That got away. And then TikTok came around. I was like, I'm not doing that. It was just a few days ago. One of my homies, he's marketing genius when it comes to social media and stuff, because he has way more followers than I do.
Okay.
And I'm like, what in the fuck?
That marketing is good, solid skill. It's a good skill to have.
I'm fucking believable. And then when he told me the other day, yo, you should post it on the TikTok, I was like, nah, bro. Like, I don't know. It's okay on Instagram and Twitter, whatnot. Those are the only two I'm always active, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, I'm telling you, everybody's blowing up from TikTok. This is this and that. La, 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 la. Okay, let me just post a clip, whatever. I post a clip. I follow one of my best friends that he just won a Grammy not too long ago. And then I follow you because I said like, oh, well, I'm interviewing her. So I was like, might as well follow her. Mm-hmm. And I only got like 9 followers, like nine people I follow. I posted a video. The next day I got quite a few followers and 500 views at that one clip. I'm like, what? Nani? I just posted this.
It's the place to be.
I just posted this with 0 expectations and a few hashtags and no sharing and nothing else. I just like post and that's it. I'm off today. Next day, 500 views. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Now I'm like, fuck, now I gotta do this every day. Fucking A. The guy told me like, oh, you gotta post at least 3 times a day. I'm like,
it's excessive, but yeah.
It's
I mean, you could if you wanted to, but
if you wanted to,
if you wanted to grind, then sure, but you don't have to.
No, I'm too lazy for that. Like, one post is already too much work for me on anything. It's like whatever I post on Instagram, all right, copy paste and put it on Twitter. That's it. That's because that's already too much for me. Oh my God,
it's quite draining. Yeah.
How much you had to handle that whole social media aspect when you were starting out, including when the pandemic hit?
I enjoyed it, I'll be honest, because I was in school for photography before I was in school for marketing.
Oh, okay.
So I love photos and taking photos and
so
the modeling thing.
Photogenic. You're just photogenic about it, yeah.
I feel like now I am. If you saw some of the early ones, you'd be like, oh. The photographer that I work with the most, his name is David Love. He's here in Orlando. And he was one of the first people to ever like do a photo shoot with me when I first started.
Okay.
And I had made Cammy from Soul Calibur, Street Fighter. And I was talking about Soul Calibur because I'm making Taki. I'm really excited about that. But so I made Cammy and I was like, I have Cammy White. Like, will you shoot it? And he was like, yeah, like, go ahead. Like, we can work together. Sure. And an hour or so goes by and he was like, so I don't know what the nicest way to say this is, but have you tried squinting? And I was like, no, why? And he was like, because your eyes always look like Harley Quinn. I'm so sorry. He was like, you look terrified all the time.
Yeah, you should have been.
He was like, I just want to take a good photo. I just want you to take a good photo. Like, I want you to like them. And I don't think you're going to like me.
That's very nice of him.
Yeah, it was good. We have a great relationship now, especially. He tells it like it is, which I appreciate.
No, I mean, I feel like that's like the best way to tell people, like, to give them a proper feedback is just tell it like it is. Like this, you shouldn't be like, tiptoeing other people's feelings, even though like you should be considerate, but at the same time, it's like, do you want to learn this? Do you want to be part of this? Or do you want this as it's just like whatever, And I feel like the feedback, being brutally honest sometimes is like the best way to help and, progress yourself with some of the stuff. That I do feedback for a lot of up and coming producers, and the majority of the people do not like the way I critique them. Because I kid you not, this is something that my girlfriend hates too. She hates that I'm very, very honest. Like I don't lie at all, but that's a lie too. But again, it's like, you know what it is to when it comes to be dishonest to somebody and lie to someone. It takes so much energy that it's better off if you just like tell it like it is and tell it like straight up. It's like, dude, it sucks. Like, what do you want me to say? You know. But here's the thing. I tell people, it's like, all right, dude. Here's the thing. It's bad. The execution is bad. So I suggest you do this, do that, do this, and do that. Da, 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 da. Oh, what the fuck? Like, you know, this is gonna be a big hit and shit. It's like, all right. If you think that your hot shit is gonna be the hottest shit ever, well, you know, it's still to me garbage. But hey, what the fuck do I know? You know?
Yeah. It's an opinion.
At the end of the day, I now I have to tell that. I have to tell that on every feedback session. Like I have to tell that on everybody at the end of every conversation. But it's my opinion. Because if I don't put that little words, people will immediately get offended by. Because like, oh my God, they're like, he thinks that this sucks, and hey, what the hell does he know? That it up. Oh, fuck Wilson, fuck this and fuck that, blah, 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 blah. He's a piece of shit. He's a nobody. He didn't make it. Yada, 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 yada. Like, believe me, I've heard everything, you know? And you know what? It feels so good just to be honest about it, that sometimes it's a gift and then sometimes it's a curse. Especially when it comes to my girl. The other day, I forgot what it was. I was a bit honest about it. And she was just like, did not want to talk to me anymore. And then the next day, she took in consideration of what I said, and she started doing what I told her to, like, you should start doing. But she will never give me credit about it.
Maybe it's the delivery. It sounds like it might be the delivery.
No, it's definitely the delivery. It's definitely, but I swear I don't do it in the malice way. It's never from a bad place or bad intentions. It's just I don't know. I'm just sometimes naive about it. I'm just like,
that's okay. Yeah.
But at the same time, that's exactly what she fell in love with me. I'm so honest.
Aww. You've been so sweet about her this whole time. It's very sweet.
I have to. The other day,
you like her.
No, I love her. I love her. Of course, I love her. I love you, baby. If you're listening to this, because I know she will. I know she will. Of course, I love her.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and
I love you guys. I've never met her. I love you guys.
Oh, if I show you a picture of her, you'll find her like very delightful. She actually has a rare eye colors. Like one side is brown, the other side is blue.
What? That's so cool. That's the coolest thing ever.
I know.
Wow.
And I always tell her, it's like, I love your eyes. I think that's why I fell for you even more. It's because of your eyes. She's like, which one's your favorite? And I was like,
which one's your favorite?
Like, I love the blue. Okay, that's my favorite. The blue one. And you know what? I told her, it's like, I wish our kids could have that same eyes. You know, so that way they could be unique. It could be.
I wonder if it has to be a recessive trait, but that's so cool.
Yeah, her older brother has the same thing as she does. I don't think some other cousins or family members have it. I think it's only them. So I think it is a hereditary thing. I don't know. I wouldn't know in 5 years from now when we get married and get a child. You know, I'll let you know when that happens. Okay.
We'll be looking at Instagram.
So I was definitely gonna ask you in regards to the whole pandemic, because I'm pretty sure how hard. My God, I can't even talk right. Jesus Christ.
I do it every stream. Every Twitch stream. I'm like, how do I English again? I don't remember. Let's reboot the brain.
I mean, you're good. I'm not. Because the best excuse I tell everybody is like, hey, English is not my first language, so you got to forgive for my foolishness, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the whole pandemic happened, you know, you said that most of your con invitations got canceled and everything, you know. Usually you get paid to go to these conventions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get paid and you get to sell pictures of your sets to all these people and want to take pictures with you, you know.
Yes, I thought you said sex instead of sets. And I was like, what? Like, wait, it took me like a solid 3 seconds to be like, oh my God, that's not what he said. I was like, bold, okay. Sets, yes. With a T. Yes, correct. Continue.
Just so you know, I just drop out the you.
I was like, oh my God.
When you hear the episode fully in, you'll hear the sound effect. Set.
That's yes.
Set. Photo picture set.
Yes.
Photo set.
Yes.
Back again, my English is not my first language. So if you heard something, I don't blame you. That's not what I try to say. Okay.
Right. So con.
All right. So con. So
Selling
you're
photos.
selling pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do these conventions get a cut out of that sale, or is that on you?
Nope.
That's all you.
None that I've been to anyway. So usually the way that it works is we'll pay you, however much to come out. We'll fly you out. You get a hotel room. You get a table.
Oh shit!
In return, you have to judge this costume contest. You have to do this panel. You have to do this panel this day, this panel this day, and you have like a list of like things. So you're like essentially working for the convention in exchange. And so you're doing things for the con, but then also, you're bringing people via social media. So it's like a paid gig pretty much. Like they need something from you. They're paying you to bring you out for your numbers and for what you can do for the con. And then in return, you get a table. And then during the hours that you don't have like a panel or a costume contest, you can sell your stuff.
Okay. So
you know what I mean? And meet people.
So I was very curious about how they do all that stuff. It's like I don't know how that all works out. So it was good to know that's how they plan out. It's good because some other conventions, well, not conventions, but over here, they do tend to screw you over by not paying you, but they say like, oh, the exposure will get you to places.
Mm-hmm.
So how far along was it that you started to get paid to go into these conventions?
Actually, not that. So I probably did cons for just a table and, the costume contest and stuff. Because at first it was just cool to be invited, and me and like a group of friends, like we would try to like get each other in. Like if one of us got invited, we'd be like, you should bring that person. And we would all go together. And we probably did that for like 1 or 2 years. And then we started to kind of be like, it's not really worth it. It depends on who gets what from who, whereas like, say it's a first year show, they have a small venue. They're just starting out. They're not going to have as many people there. So what would make it worth my time is if people were there to buy my stuff. But if not as many people are going to be there to buy my stuff, I would totally come to the con and do panels and like and fill your schedule for you. But you do have to pay me to do that, to do the work. You know what I mean? To like make the presentations and do, so like it's a trade-off, I guess, depending on who needs who. Like if like San Diego Comic-Con, wanted me or like gave me a table, I would probably do that for free because I know there are a lot of people there and I know that I would probably make a good amount of money just sitting at a table doing the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I've been there, done that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost similar to be a promoter for these music festivals. They basically like they hire you and sell you like, if you sell this many tickets, you get a free pass to get into the show and you get to meet the artists, whichever EDM artist you're into, like you get to meet them. Also, like if you do street promos, we'll give you 10 or a certain amount of tickets for free for you to either give it to your homies or sell it and you keep the money to yourself, that I get most of that. I had to do it just to get into people. And then once they see like I'm the top gun, that I'm ready to work and shit like that, then it became something like, okay, come over here and now you can start performing and then you can perform at these festivals and do your thing and why not? So
Yeah.
There's some
Depends on what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're excited, you want to go meet the people and do the things for like the first, however many times, but then it loses its luster and it's like, well, I actually am working and I do actually need money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To do work for you. So once that isn't worth it anymore, it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. At one point I had to tell them, it's like, man, like I'm losing money because I'm basically taking my time of the day and gas from my car to travel all these places to do the promotion and whatnot, and I'm not getting much. All I'm getting is the same thing that you guys brought me in the first time. So it's like I have to pass unless you guys start to pay me really, really, and you want me at these places and whatnot. Like I gotta pass it. But then it was a good thing that I did do that because I managed to network the hell out of it. Many artists, many A&Rs, managements, and festival runners, and also tech companies, that hire me for freelance works just to build up the stages and whatnot, and I enjoyed that. I'm very good at it and I loved it.
Right. It's in the beginning. Yeah, for sure. Like you want to get your foot in the door, you'll do it. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do some of the free stuff until you get that real grind money that, that comes afterwards, but everybody has to start somewhere, Nobody's going to come in and say like, yeah, let's put you on the line now, even though you haven't done shit.
Yeah. And as you grow, your boundaries will change and, that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine as well, Now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty part because the reasons I'm asking you all these stuff about the conventions and whatnot, because it's cool that some of the stuff have some similarities to over here in the music industry. Now we're gonna go to the part where the pandemic really hit and everybody got shut down. As for my homies, this is something that you may or may not know, but I'll tell you. I've mentioned this all the time in the podcast. Any artist that you can think of right now, they don't make their money through their music. They make their money for touring and selling merch.
I actually did know that.
Oh, you did know that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, the majority of the EDM artists, they all do touring. So when the pandemic hit, everybody's like financial situation like paralyzed, and some of the mistakes that I've noticed on some people, some homies of mine, is that they didn't save up the money or use some of the money to do other stuff to financially fill up for themselves. In fact, they use that to they spend that shit basically, and then because they ended up with places that like they pay a certain amount a month, and it's like it's okay, I could get it back in 2 weekends and 2 shows and whatnot. Some of them had to start doing like Twitch streaming. Some of them had to start doing Patreon. Some of them had to do private tutoring. Some of them actually had to do Uber, Lyft. Some of the stuff, it was wild to me. Like, it's like, wow. And that just like proves my point. It's like, see guys, like you get money through touring. Now, did that ever affected you financially when the pandemic hit?
Nope. Which is nice and very lucky. I luckily am in a place like right now where a lot of my income is from online. Prints my online store. I was like, when I first started, I was like, all of the things. I need to open the door for all of the things. So yes, a decent chunk of income was cons, but I'll be honest, making the time it takes to put together all the costumes, put together the panel presentations, all of the like con planning and restocking inventory and like all that stuff, like, and then going to the con and then being tired and whatever, I couldn't stream as much as I would have liked to. Usually Twitch partners are supposed to stream 3 days a week.
Oh,
at least. So I was doing that when I could, but I was very inconsistent. And so if you are streaming on Twitch, basically you get subs. People can sub to your channel. It's $5 or you get one free with Amazon Prime. And that money is split half and half. for you and with
And
Twitch.
Twitch,
It's like
right.
$2.50. Yeah.
Okay.
So your sub, unless you choose for it to redo automatically, it doesn't do that all the time by itself. So if you use Twitch Prime, which a lot of people do, it doesn't automatically renew for that person. The only reason that people will want to keep resubbing to you is if you are live. And so if you're inconsistent and you're not around a lot, it's like,
Right.
well, I could take that sub and I'm going to give it to somebody else. This person who is online 3 days a week always deserves this $5 or this Amazon Prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did Twitch stream and I loved doing it, but it wasn't really financially lucrative. Besides, not like the actual like Twitch element. The thing that was, the most financially beneficial was just like plain old donations through Twitch. But after the pandemic, where there were no cons, I was able to be a lot more consistent with Twitch and actually be live all like the days that I was supposed to be live. And so I think what I lost in the conventions, I made up on Twitch, which is cool. And I'm glad that I was in a position to do that because not a lot of people were.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. And you just started having this Twitch partnership last year, or you already had this following way before?
I got, again, super lucky. And Twitch, once they wanted to transition away from just gaming, they started a Twitch creative element on Twitch. So they wanted to rebrand. So it wasn't just a gaming site, it was an everything site. So they made Twitch IRL, made Twitch creative. They wanted people to do art on there. They wanted people to stream their drawings and, stream climbing a mountain or like whatever,
streaming music productions or
music production. Exactly. And so I got sort of recruited like Twitch outreach person for Twitch. And they emailed me and they were like, hey, we're doing Twitch creative. You make cosplays. Would you want to do cosplays on stream? We can like get you in there. And I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. I actually didn't see the email for like 7 months. And when I came back, I was like,
oh my
is this
God.
real? And then I was like, wait, I'm going to email you back. It's been 7 months. Is this still real? And she was like, yeah. And thank God. I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. I love you so much. And I'm so sorry because I missed it.
Right.
It just slipped right on through the cracks. I'm so good about emails usually, but I was able to be a Twitch partner pretty quickly because of that, luckily.
That's pretty
good.
So
I've been a partner for about 4 years.
Okay. Okay. So you've been partner for quite some time now. In during all those times, was that the only income besides going to the conventions and doing Twitch? Right? Was those the only incomes that you get out of?
At the time, I was bartending.
Right. Oh, right. So you quit bartending like not so long ago.
It was, I want to say bartending was pre-social media person.
Okay.
And post-college. It was in between.
Okay.
So it was probably 2016, 2017.
Okay. Yeah. That's long ago. It's right there. Right there around the corner. Okay. And what actually made you decide to actually go and try it out and be a business partner with Patreon and OnlyFans? So
Patreon, everyone I knew had a Patreon, and I was super late to the game because I was working. A lot of people that I knew were doing Patreon as their like thing. And I was like, well, I'm doing Twitch and I'm making costumes and going to cons and doing this at night. And like, I don't have time. But I started it and just did like little things that I felt like I could deliver on. I actually overpromised in the beginning. But I think when I first started Patreon, it was a lot, but I was able to like make a supplementary income and just hustle and make it all work. And eventually, I got that job doing social media for the rehab center.
Right.
And I quit bartending because it was a normal 9 to 5 type situation instead of like 4 a.m. nights. And I was like, this is lucrative.
Yeah. And
And
you know
in my
you're getting
field.
money. You're
Yeah, and benefits and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and let me ask you, I noticed that you do have like a OnlyFans. Like, do you actually
Mhm.
have a paid subscription or you only have a free version?
I only have a free version, again, because of time.
Okay.
I am always like splitting at the seams. Everyone will tell you. All
Right.
my friends are like, you need to learn how to relax. And I'm like, I can't relax. There are things to do. What
Hey.
does that mean?
Grind mode all the time. Grind mode. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. But so what I did was I did a free OnlyFans.
Mm.
And that way I can just post stuff, like free stuff. And then if like one day I'm like, I feel like doing, I feel like being Velma today, then I can just do it without sort of like the pressure. Like Patreon, I do 4 cosplay sets a month. And that is like a thing that needs to be done every month.
Okay.
Whereas the free OnlyFans is nice because there's no expectation. And if like, I feel like doing some extra stuff, if I have some extra time, I can. But if I'm really busy, then I don't have to. And that's okay.
But that one is just like what, throwing pictures of old stuff that you already had and just like different versions of it, like.
Yeah. Well, the difference mainly is that Patreon is like production. Like there's like a production value to it, where like it's like a professional lighting equipment and cameras and whatever. And usually OnlyFans is just like phone stuff, more like less production, more like real person. You know?
Okay. So you don't do any cosplaying stuff in the OnlyFans. It's only mostly your stuff, like your stuff that you want to shoot and stuff.
I also, well, I do take, so usually I give like a 2 to 3 month grace period because I want people on Patreon to have like the exclusivities for like a good amount of time. But then I'll take those sets and I'll put them up on like older sets. I'll put up on OnlyFans later on. Stuff like that. But
you
it's,
don't get anything
also,
out of it, right? You don't get no money from OnlyFans. It's just
oh no, I do. You can do paid posts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that it's free to follow, but I can take an old set and be like, I'm posting this Lara Croft set for $15 or $20 or whatever. And if you want it, you can buy it. And if you don't have to, because it's free to be here. You know what I mean?
I don't know how OnlyFans works. I'm sorry. I'm
no,
asking,
it's okay.
I'm
here to explain.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I never knew how OnlyFans, because I never knew what's the difference of me following you for free and me following you with a subscription that I have to pay a month. Like what do I gain in all this, and what do you gain in all this? You know,
truly, it's just if you see a post, because not all of the posts are paid posts. It's more like a spicy Instagram feed without the worry of getting your photos taken down, because Instagram likes to take photos down. So there is free content on there, and then an option to buy extra stuff if you want to buy the extra stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I was just like curious as like how you make money out of the free OnlyFans, because I know that
that's how.
Like again, I hear stories about people making thousands of dollars every month, making millionaires on just OnlyFans. I'm like, baby, you want to sell pictures of your feet on OnlyFans? No.
Good year 2021. Anything's possible. You sure can. I mean, it totally depends on your comfort level. If that's what you want to do, that's a legitimate side hustle.
Right.
You do you.
Now, I will say this, that when I see platforms like, not Patreon, because Patreon, I feel like it's actually a very great platform for you to make your money and give your customers, you know, what they're paying for, you know. But I will say that OnlyFans, I've always seen it as like this fast cash grab for people, you know. And
it has a stigma for sure.
I don't mind how people do their money. Like, do you guys, do you? That if this is how you make your money, like, hey, by all means, go for it. I'm not. I got nothing against it. The only thing that I will say is when you do make this sort of money, like this fast money, learn how to use it wisely.
For sure.
Like, just use your money to save or invest on stuff, Because one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen many, and I'm seeing this a lot more on women than men, is that once they see that, OnlyFans pay me like I can make 10 G's a month and I can only do this, and that much. Oh shit. I can buy myself a nice car. I can have a nice luxurious apartment. I can live the great life and shit and whatnot. What I'm seeing in all this is like, holy fuck, you're burning so much cash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you're not using your money wisely of how it should be, and because they got that mindset because of, oh yeah, OnlyFans is a nice thing. I can just like make what? A year worth of content and I'll be a millionaire already. I'll make money, boom, and I'm out. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. Because what if this month you make 10 G's, but the next few months you make 5 G's?
Mm-hmm.
All that money.
It's a big problem with being your own boss is the ups and downs of you don't have a set paycheck, so you don't know. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it is discipline. Like they don't have the discipline enough to use that money wisely to invest on yourself or whatever it is. I always tell people that if you're going to get into a job that gives you a lot of money right now, don't use that money to buy yourself something now. Yeah. Use that money like for future investments, like invest yourself on crypto or real estate. I was about to
say buy Dogecoin. I'm kidding.
Dogecoin. Hey, whatever makes you money that you don't have to work and just you keep collecting checks, invest on that shit or save money. Save money, enough money that, you can say I can quit and I can have a long time retirement early on in my life, But people just like want to buy and forget about what happens. And then another thing is the IRS is going to collect some of your checks.
Yeah, like, taxes are big.
Yeah, sure. That's your big. You're right there. Mm-hmm. So like,
it hurts every year.
it hurts every year, And what sucks is like the more you earn, the more they take away.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I always say that the IRS are a bunch of crooks.
The lucky part about being in cosplay, which is a pro and a con, is that everything is very expensive. Like costume supplies are so expensive. The tools, everything involved, fabric, gems, glue, like everything is so expensive. And at cons in general, tickets, flights, whatever. So you have a lot to write off at the end of the year, which is nice.
Which is a nice business expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with tech stuff.
That's pretty
expensive. It's nice to be able to write that big stuff off.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was actually gonna get into that part with in regards of you making cosplaying. Like how many characters do you have to think of in the future that like, okay, I'm planning to do this character. How far are you ahead on that stuff? Like, have you had a plan or is it more like, you know what? I feel like I want to be this character now.
More so the latter.
Okay.
It depends on who you are and what type of cosplayer you are. I know people who plan in advance like that and stick to it, but my thoughts are fleeting and I'll watch Demon Slayer and be like, I have to be, the like Love Hashira, or like I'll watch Jujutsu Kaisen and I'm like, I must be Maki tomorrow. I love her and I need to be her. And that's what happens. So like I'm like easy. I'm easy to like look at something and be like, that's it. That's what I want. Or I'll play a game. Usually what happens is I'll play a game on Twitch and I'm like, oh, I must be X. Like Bioshock. I was playing Bioshock and I was like, Elizabeth. And then I was playing Tomb Raider and I was like, Lara Croft. And so.
What games are you playing lately? Like on the Twitch?
I just finished Control.
That's a weird one.
It was crazy. Yeah.
I haven't played it. But I was watching my cousin play it and I was like, what the fuck is going on in all this?
Yeah. I loved the fight mechanics. It was really, really cool. Story was a little convoluted, but also I think I didn't do a lot of the side quests. It's probably my fault.
I mean, do you have to do some of the side quests?
No.
Because sometimes I saw some of the side quests and I was like, why is it that you have to do this again?
Yeah. Well, if you want to know, if you're like the lore person and you want to do all the side, you can. I'm not. I'm a like bulldoze my way through. Yeah.
Just
go straight. I'm always under leveled like halfway through the game because I'm like, we're going main quest only.
Yeah, I kind of do that on every Final Fantasy game. I was like, fuck the side quest. I just want to go campaign straight to the point. Let's go.
Yup. I'm playing Dragon Age right now. Dragon Age Origins again for like the third time.
Oh, any future games that you're planning to play right now on Twitch?
I was told I must play Hitman. Never played Hitman before. Yeah.
You were told. I don't like the way that you said it. It was like
it was like I say that with very much love because I have a Discord community of people who suggest games, and they were like, "You have to play Hitman. It would be so fun." And so, Hitman is on the list. The game where your decisions matter. Detroit Become Human. That's what it's called.
That one's good.
Yeah, that one's on the list. Yeah. And Man of Medan is also on the list.
That one, it's okay. It's okay. It just has it's another game that's basically based on your decisions. It definitely has a plot
Until
twist.
Dawn.
Until Dawn was the best.
I loved Until Dawn.
Oh my
God. And they
God.
said if I liked Until Dawn that I would like Man of Medan. So
you're gonna like Man of Medan. You should also get shit. My girl got me this for Christmas. It's from the same people that made Man of Medan. They made the sequel of another story. Fuck, was it House of Ashes or something? It had to do with the Salem witch trials.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Little Hope?
Little Hope, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes. Get Little Hope.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, I highly suggest to get Little Hope. That's actually pretty dope. It got I got a few little jump scares here and there, but definitely another one that has like a twisted ending that was like, I didn't see this one coming. But they throw.
That looks crazy.
But what's crazy is that they throw hints around the game in which you're like, oh my God, now it all makes sense. Yeah, and that one's
they're super fun.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty easy to make everybody alive. I failed the first time. Like I had one person die, but I was like,
I know, I get so sad. I get attached.
Yeah, well, not this person. This person was kind of mean, so I was like, okay, like you died. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever,
whatever.
But the people was like, oh my God, no. I was like, I mean, are we really gonna miss?
I'm the same way. Such a dick. I'm such a dick. When I played The Last of Us, The Last of Us 2 sent me on a journey. Did you play The Last of Us games?
Oh my God. What do you think? What do you think about that game? Do you think it's better than the first one?
I feel like I tell everybody, so I loved the first one.
Yeah.
And I played them in adulthood. I played them like recently, like last year. I played the first game and I was like, this is the best game ever. And so I played the second game. And the whole time I was like, fuck Abby, fuck this.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Fuck them, blah, blah, blah. And then I played as Abby and I was like, oh, fuck. I suck. I'm the worst. Oh, no.
I hated it. I hated the fact that it made me feel like that. I was like,
in fact, it is me who should look in the mirror.
Yeah. I hated the fact that they gave me that position to play Abby and then understand like, oh, now I understand why. Like,
and then the last part where she's like super skinny and you find her on the pole and she doesn't look, because the whole time I was playing, I was like, dude, Abby is a beefy motherfucker, dude. She has muscles on her muscles. Like, holy shit, like she is thick. And then you see her at the end and she's like skin and bones, scrawny, her hair's cut. And you're just like, like the whole time, you like the fire in your heart is like, I hate her so much. And then you learn all her whole story. And then you see her like that. And it's like God, I was like, I was like, I have to, like, I ended stream and I just sat and like thought about the game for like days. I was like, oh my God, everything I thought is a lie.
It was a lie.
Yeah, it was
A
crazy. It was crazy.
No, I hated the fact that they did that to me because again, it made me feel like shit the moment I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
But let me tell you, the reason why I didn't enjoy, the story was like, whoa, shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first game because of this one aspect. It was the aspect that the first game, I was so involved with the character development of what was the Joel and the little one. What was her name again? Shit. Ellie. Joel and Ellie. I was so involved with the character development of those two characters and how they both, you know, complement each other. I was so involved with it that I didn't feel that same character development.
Emotional connection.
Yeah, I didn't feel that emotional connection in the second game because it was more about like, okay, I got Ellie and I got this person. And then another mission, I got Ellie and another person. And then another person. It's like they're flipping me characters in which like, okay, I cannot relate anymore with Ellie or I can relate to Ellie's emotions of why she's doing this, but there's nothing with the side people. The side people is just
it
whatever.
Wasn't the same. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then when they flipped me to Abby, I was like, oh come on,
I don't want to play her. Yeah, you like I killed her a bunch in the beginning on purpose because I was like, I hate her. And then as I started playing, I was like, oh, what? Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, I was just kind of disappointed about that part because I know it was a great game. I know it is, but it's just I didn't felt that
That's
same
fair.
Emotional.
That's totally fair. I think that's totally valid. I liked it a lot, but I think it was mostly because of how I really got my ass handed to me. I was because of how it flipped it on you, I was like, whoa, that was crazy. Because my resolve was so against Abby and everyone in that camp that when I finally was like, oh, I was like, wow, this game just showed me a lot about who I am as a person. And I really need to sit and think about this. And I thought that was really cool. But I know what you mean. I do agree. I know what you mean. And I played one right after the other, like really quick.
Yeah.
So I don't think I developed that same like emotional connection.
Yeah, emotional connection. You know what I mean? Yeah, with the same characters, you know. And I kind of hated the fact that they killed Joel off right out the bat in the first half of the game.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna be some sort of retaliation or some shit, like, you know. But they kill it off. I was like, well, this ruined my game.
That was crazy.
I was, I started to tear up when I saw her, you know, screaming of getting up. I was like, dude, get the fuck up! Like, come on, you're Joel. You're stronger than this shit. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, that's it. That's it. I hate this game. I hate this game.
I know.
I'm not gonna play it anymore. I'm not gonna play it more. Okay, I'm gonna play it more because I want her dead. I want her dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a wild game, man. That was a wild game. I don't know if I play any other great games after that one. Probably Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy VII, the remake. By far, that was a great game. That was a great game, and I can't wait for part 2 or 3 that's coming up as well.
I didn't finish it, but I did start it. I need a PlayStation. That's what happened. I don't have a PlayStation. I only own an Xbox One because of Halo, and I never got a PlayStation.
How'd you play Last of Us?
I was at a friend's house. I borrowed their PlayStation, and I don't have my own. So now that I'm back home, I need my own.
You need your own. Yeah, you should start getting your own. Okay.
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's a future investment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you gotta write it off in your tax expenses. It's like investments, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty dope. What anime shows and mangas are you into currently?
I love Jujutsu Kaisen a lot.
Is that like the best thing right now that I'm hearing a lot?
Yes, you should watch it. It's very good.
I'm strongly considering it because I've seen everybody on YouTube or people talking about it. I'm like, crap, this is going to be My Hero Academia all over again.
I think it's much better than My Hero Academia. And I also think it's better than Demon Slayer, personally. But that's just my opinion.
Wow. When you say it's better than Demon Slayer, are you saying like story-wise or animation-wise? Character-wise?
Possibly both.
Wow.
Possibly both.
Okay.
The animators are actually, that could be wrong. I was going to say I think the animators are the Attack on Titan animators, but I think that's wrong, actually.
The animators from the same people who did Attack on Titans, the animators also does Black Clover.
Oh, I do actually. I just started Black Clover, and I also just started Castlevania.
I haven't started watching Castlevania.
It's good so far.
Yeah.
I'm only on season 2.
And season 3 is okay, so I can just binge watch it. That's
yeah, it's all on Netflix. But the animation of Jujutsu Kaisen is incredible. I'm gonna Google it so I don't say wrong things. But,
but I thought you watched this shit.
No, I wanted to see who the animator was. It's oh yeah, they are the same people who did Attack on Titan. Okay, I was right.
Okay,
I was right.
Oh, okay.
They're called Mappa.
Okay.
Mappa Co. They did the last season of Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, because that's when they switched seasons for no reason at all. I don't know why they switched studios for the last season.
Mm-hmm.
That makes absolutely no sense, but okay, I don't know. Whatever. What the hell do I know? I'm just a customer at that point. What do you had you already read the manga Attack on Titans?
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So we could talk about the ending.
We could, but we should add a big spoiler warning for a lot of people who haven't seen it and don't know what's going to happen.
Spoiler alert. I mean, I'm putting the spoilers right now. Spoiler in 3, 2, 1. I feel like people by this time they should already watch, like already read about it. I mean, if people don't read the manga, then yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel the ending felt okay to me. It wasn't.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It wasn't a bad ending.
No, I liked it.
It wasn't the best ending either, but it ended like
I'm
how
curious,
it's supposed to.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it's animated, and I'm saving my feelings until it's animated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I
read it on my phone on an airplane, so I didn't get like the experience. You know.
Oh, okay.
And like quick, you know what I mean, on one of those like third-party apps.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I know what happens, but I feel like I haven't experienced it. So I'm saving my feelings for the animation. But I think that I think they did a good job tying up all the stuff.
I feel like they did what they had to do. I mean, he had to die for the greater good. Like, and it had to be Mikasa to finish it off. Like, she was the only one. She had to do it.
I agree.
I heard rumors that because there was an outcry of how many people didn't like the ending, which I don't understand why. I mean, if it ended okay, let's finish the story there. That they're considering of writing a better ending for the animation.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool.
That's speculations here and there. You know, we'll never know until we see it, you know, but that's what I heard. And I don't know. I just feel like it ended good. So I don't know what else is there to talk about from there. But, you know,
I don't want to say too much because I know that a lot of my Discord community is going to listen. And I know that they haven't seen it. And so I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at there. Now, definitely a series that I do recommend is definitely Black Clover. So if you haven't watched it,
I like Black Clover a lot. That's a big joke too on my Twitch. Every time we're doing something, it's like I want to be the Wizard King right before any magic happens.
No, the Black Clover story is dope, and I'm reading the manga as well as I'm watching the dub version. I like the dub version more than the Japanese, but I know how it all. It's still on. It's just like the animation stopped because they got caught up to the manga. So now they're doing a fairy tale stuff and Naruto stuff. Like, they're doing a time skip, quote unquote time skip, wait like a few more years until they can do the writing and then be ahead, the manga be ahead and they could write down those and stuff. But right now I'm reading the manga and where it is right now, I'm like, holy shit, this is massive, explosive. Like, I can't wait for these battle sequence in animation.
Cool.
Yeah, no, like you thought that the last, like, have you watched the show or you're
I'm not caught up. I'm not. I am. I think at the end of season 2 right now.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
in the beginning.
You're still in the beginning. All right. So where was it that you left it out? Like what was happening?
The girl who started it on their team that was like kind of like rich and prissy.
Oh, Noelle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got super cool and learned about her powers.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember. It's been a little while since I was watching it.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I can't spoil you enough. All right.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah, no. There, you got lots of great episodes. There's going to be a few filler episodes here and there, but there's going to be a lot of great arts and a lot of great character development, especially from that spoiled girl, Noelle. At first I hated her. I was like, God damn it, you're literally the typical spoiled little brat. And then until I start seeing more of her backstory and then her character development goes up and I'm like, damn, I like Noelle. Like I feel for her. I feel for her. So when you see her, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a Noelle now.
Yes.
You gotta go like, I'm royalty. I'm royalty. Yeah. So a few more things and we can wrap this up. Do you want to talk about a little bit of DBC talk?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, you tell me.
I haven't seen Super. Knew that was coming. That's why I wanted to get it out of the way. I haven't seen Super.
Nani?
Not all of it anyway. Is that what you wanted to talk about? I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we can't talk about that now.
Okay.
But we can talk about at least what's your favorite characters.
Android 18.
Have you ever done a cosplay of Android 18?
I've done many. I've redone her 3 times. And it was actually the first costume that I ever made myself.
Really?
And I did her pink tracksuit because that was the only part of Dragon Ball Super was the beginning that I saw when she's driving in traffic is their pink tracksuit.
Oh, right. Yes.
And I also did a like battle damaged one with her like striped shirt outfit and the jean jacket and the jean skirt, but like torn up like when she's fighting Cell. So
yeah, I remember that one. And that's your only favorite character?
And Trunks.
High five.
Future Trunks.
High five. High five.
Is my favorite man.
Yes.
Android 18 is my favorite girl.
I like Future Trunks. I like it
Future
a lot.
Trunks. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah,
love him.
To me, he's like
best.
that dude. It's just so kick-ass, and especially how he got introduced into the Dragon Ball Z era. The way how he just kills Frieza out of nothing, just like, bro, I'm just OP and shit. I was like, God damn, bro, I love it. I love it how this motherfucker went OP, man.
Future Trunks supremacy.
Yeah.
Love him. He's my favorite emo man.
The second character I like, probably my favorite besides Trunks, is Gogeta.
Gogeta's cool. I do like Gogeta.
Yeah. Gogeta is cool. I love it. I hate it that they didn't canonize it in the series and they put it as a movie for Janemba. But you know what? I can't spoil it. I can't.
Okay.
If you haven't seen any of the Super movies,
no.
You haven't watched Battle of Gods?
Oh no, I haven't. I've been looking for it online.
Okay.
To no avail, but I have tried.
Okay. Okay.
Don't tell me.
And you haven't watched the other one, the Resurrection of F?
Mm-mm.
Fucking
Nope.
A. So you haven't even watched the last one, which is like Broly.
No.
And now there's gonna be another one that's also canon.
Is there?
Yeah.
No, I'm behind. I know I'm behind.
Literally, these movies are all canon based.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever
Okay.
happens in these movies, it's all part of the series because you're gonna watch it in the series.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you need to watch the series for you to actually watch what's going on with the
I know.
movies, you know?
Yeah.
I'll
I
send
have a couple. I have at one of the Crunchyroll booths, they were
Mhm.
giving them away like as like prizes, and I got I think the first 3 seasons of Super on DVD.
Oh, okay. And you haven't opened it.
I have them, but I haven't watched them yet. No, I know. Trust me. I know. I know.
There's so much to talk about.
I know.
There's so much I want to say, but I can't.
You can't.
No,
You
I
can't.
can't. And bro, I'm kid you not. There's so many things that I want to say. It's gonna blow your fucking mind out. You'll be like,
Ooh.
no, there's gonna be so much character development on every character, including Android 18.
Wow.
And then on the
Okay.
last season of Super I think that's where everyone's character is just gonna go nuts, you know? And I'm surprised that you haven't noticed any cosplayers from the Dragon Ball Super. Like you haven't
I
heard
have
any
seen-
rumors.
I have seen, I know my roommate cosplayed from it, and I've seen people do Beerus and stuff. So
Okay.
I know the characters. I just don't know a lot about it. I know Beerus is like the king, and it's like all I got.
Like, he's the god of destruction.
Yes.
That's what
Out
he
of
is.
this.
Yeah, that's what he is. There's and all this, there's the Supreme Kais, which are the good gods. They're the gods that are supposed to maintain peace and stability on all planets. And then there's Beerus, which his job is to destroy planets. Like if he sees that
Gotcha.
this planet is not doing its thing, then why waste my resources on you? Just I'll blow you away and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I can tell you. I can't tell you much
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you don't even know what's the final form of Goku in all this.
No, I don't
Okay.
actually. I don't.
So keep in mind that when you're watching Super, when you think that there's this final form, nope, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
And then-
Cool.
and then
I'm
it just-
excited.
And
The
then
hype.
it just keeps going all the way to the last season when you actually see like the final form and you'll be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
I'm excited.
not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna-
I'll get on it.
just the two things I will tell you, just get on Black Clover and get on
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you anything more because I don't
Okay.
want to spoil you anything. So.
You have to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and then report back.
Fine.
Okay.
Fair deal.
Deal.
Fair deal. I'll start
Okay.
watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Do they have the dub version out of it?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So there's
I
still
usually watch dub too, but it's still good.
I'll watch the sub. I just like dub version because sometimes
Oh,
I've
okay.
watched so many animes in sub that I just get tired of reading all of
I also
the
get
time.
tired. Yeah, and I'm always doing something else.
Yeah, and I wanted
So
to
I like to listen. Yeah.
Yeah. And oddly enough, sometimes I even do some other stuff while watching the subs and I understand what's going on. I'm like, what the hell?
After a while, yeah.
Yeah. But I'd rather watch the dubs because, you know, I like the voice actors. Most of the voice actors are always the same voice actors that I like. You know, the one who
Mhm.
does Vegeta, Piccolo, and
Chris Sabat.
Chris Sabat. Oh,
I
my
love that
God.
man.
I love that guy. And
Uh-huh.
he does a lot of voice acting. I mean, he's All Might.
Uh-huh.
And he's also another character in Black Clover. He's Jami, the captain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, listen to his voice. And I also love Steam Bloom. I love that guy. If you don't know who Steam Bloom is, he's Spike.
That sounds really familiar. Oh,
Spike
okay.
from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
also
yeah.
he does Orochimaru, Sabusa, Sasori. No, Sasori does Johnny Bosch. That's another one of my favorite characters. He's He does Ichigo Kurosaki and
Good news. There are 2 dubbed episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
yes.
So
Yes. I can start watching it. And I heard that there's also a movie that's coming, right?
I don't know, actually. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, I heard. That's what I heard. That's why I brought it up.
That's exciting. I would love that.
It was called like Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, something like that. It was like, I don't know. I saw the synopsis. It was like the beginnings of a certain character, how they all started, something like that. I don't know.
Ooh, okay, cool.
So
you're gonna like it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna hit you up with the Jujutsu Kaisen. All right.
I'll await the thumbs up.
Yeah, fun stuff. If I feel like it's damn too good, like I can't wait for the dub. So it's like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna jump over the sub. Yeah. So 3 more questions and we can wrap this up. What has been your greatest accomplishment up to this point?
That's a hard one. I feel like it's a personal accomplishment in that I working for myself as my own boss and am successful. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't lean on my parents or anything anymore, living. I feel like that's probably what I wanted the most, is to just be self-sufficient. And I think that that's probably my greatest accomplishment to date. But I always feel like I'm going to hit a certain number and it's going to be okay, I hit 100K. I made it, and then you get it. And then you're like, oh, well, actually, I want the next one and the next one and the next one. So yeah, it's hard to quantify. It's probably just that I feel like I am successful, and that's a personal achievement.
That's dope. I like that. I like that. So what are you currently doing and what do you hope to accomplish by it?
Currently looking to move to California.
Oh.
And I think that what I'll accomplish, hopefully, by doing that is being around a lot of other people who cosplay and do stuff, and we'll be able to collaborate and also have friendships and stuff. I think that the majority of my life, I've just wanted a place to belong in a community. And that's why I was so gripped with cosplay when I first did it, is because you felt like you had people who got you, and you're going to cons over and over, chasing that feeling of community. Yeah. And so every time I visit California, I never want to leave, because all of these cool people that I know from cosplay live there. There's obviously people in Florida as well, but every time I go, I hang out with all these people, and it feels so nice to be around this group of like-minded people. You feel like you belong there. So I think that would be really good, at least for my mental health, to be around cool, awesome people who like you and do the same thing as you.
That's dope. That's I love to hear that. I love that. I hope you actually reach that goal of yours one day, sooner rather than later.
Me too. I've been planning it for a year now.
Okay. All right. So it's actually happening. We're making stuff. We're making moves. All right. Let's go. Moves, yeah. There you go. One last question and we can wrap this up. Let's just say that an alien mothership comes around.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden, it's the Supreme Kai that pops out.
Oh, okay.
And the Supreme Kai is telling you, Danielle, we need your help, because only you can help us. No one else.
Okay.
Before you come with us, you need to know you will be out for a long time. Before you go, you're allowed to write a note and write 3 pieces of advices for somebody to pick it up.
Oh, what? Okay.
What are those 3 pieces of advice that you give to someone?
Oh, wow. What a question. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a solid last question. I think the one piece of advice I think I got from when I first started cosplaying, I listened to, or I actually read an interview with Yaya Han, and she was one of the big people in the cosplay space. She still is. She's a queen. And somebody was like, how do you deal with all the online hate and like stuff like that? Because I had first started cosplaying a lot of League of Legends characters, and that is a toxic community. And I was getting a lot of
I never played League of Legends, so that's why I'm asking. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. It's very bad.
Oh, shit.
So I was getting a lot of hate comments, and it was really like messing me up. And I remember she wrote this very beautifully eloquent paragraph that was essentially like, you need your dragon skin. You need to develop your scales and like, don't let anybody fuck with you, basically. And like kind of really related it to like fantasy RPG, like get your armor on and like get it done. And I like loved that. So probably something along the lines of like making sure that no one else can dull your shine. You know what I mean? And I think another really good piece of advice is, at least for me, who is constantly like very goal oriented, and then I meet the goal and then I immediately set another goal. And I never really get to enjoy anything because I'm always like, what's next? This is next. That's next. Okay, well, this is done now and I have to do this thing on my to-do list, like blah, blah, blah. I think every time I read anything or like see anything that's like, remember to be happy right now, because if you base your happiness on your goal, you're just going to set another goal. And you're always going to be like, okay, well, as soon as this is done, I can relax. As soon as this is done, you know what I mean? Right. And to remember to enjoy yourself in the moment. Yeah. Because that moment of like, as soon as that's done is never actually going to come. And I thought that was really cool because I was like, that's smart. I should make sure that I'm enjoying my life right now and not tomorrow. You know what I mean? And the last one, make sure that you're being your authentic self and not trying to impress everybody else, because you're never going to make everyone else like you. The only person that's going to be around forever is you. And as long as you like you, doesn't matter who doesn't like you. That's big. big.
Bold. That's bold statement right there. And I love all three pieces of advices. Because
I have one more. Don't stand in the fire.
Bonus part right there.
Don't stand in the fire. It's the last one.
Should I ask for that one?
It is a World of Warcraft joke. Whenever you raid, usually when the boss attacks, if you see fire, you're supposed to rotate. So don't stand in the fire.
Okay.
Don't wipe the raid.
Okay, that's fair enough. I love all three pieces of advice, including the bonus one. I love it very much. And the reason why I love it is because you have no idea how much those three pieces of advices relate to the stuff that I've gone through. Like everything that you say is, yes, it's exactly what you must do. And this is stuff that I tell everybody to do. It's like, in this world, you need to have a tough skin. Your skin needs to be made out of iron or dragon scale, whichever is the strongest, you know? Absolutely. Because haters are going to hate. There's no way you're going to change their mind. Absolutely. There's no way.
Yep.
Even if you're right and they're wrong.
Yeah.
They're going to double down. So the best thing you can do is smile at them and say, thank you. You just gave me a view, a comment. You know, you just gave me more stuff that I needed for my stuff. You know, thank you.
Right, exactly.
So
really easy to hyper fixate on that stuff too, and that's like one of the best things I think I could have ever done for myself is to just be able to ignore that stuff and just keep on scrolling.
I know it's hard. It's hard because at the beginning of this whole social media, I was very emotionally attached. When somebody attacked me over social media, I get emotional about it and I fight back as well. And I didn't know all the consequences of me fighting back. You know, how is this gonna end up? Even though it's gonna making me look like an ass. And then at the end, you look at yourself as like, why am I throwing my energy into this? Why am I wasting time with this? Because I bet if I come out to that person, they're not going to have the same balls as they were.
For sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna just have the same balls as if they were in the screen, because everybody can fucking say whatever they want behind the screen. But when they call you out in front of your face, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So
99% of them would never say that in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Because they want to look like I'm the poster boy, like I'm the nice guy. You know, this guy's the one who attacked me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this shit all the time. You know, like, and it's funny. And then when I come up to them, I'm like, so what's up? You don't want to? What happened with all the stuff you were saying to me?
Yeah.
And then they just shit bricks, and it's like, okay, I see how it goes. You know. So yeah, guys, haters are gonna hate. Like, you gotta build tough for that shit, and they're gonna be there no matter what. Just think about it as another number, another number.
Yeah, they're helping you.
They're helping you, which is ridiculous, because the best way to say, like, I hate this certain person, I want that person to fail, the best thing you can do is literally not watch their content, don't comment on it, and unfollow. That's the only way to hurt somebody social wise. Commenting or disliking or saying something or watching the view because of something you don't like, you're not doing any favors for yourself. You're just helping us in general, because you're just counting more numbers for us overall. It's not gonna bother us. So yeah, have that tough skin. The second part, enjoy the journey, not the end. That's the best way to do it, you know. And the last one, very important, because if you're doing something that you're not happy about it, then you shouldn't be doing it. I hear so many stories, and I had a lot of homies that, rest in peace, you know, they die of unforeseen circumstances, and it's because they weren't happy with their lives and they weren't happy with what they're doing. And it's a very tragic thing. And I always try to raise awareness. It's like, dude, if you're doing something that you don't like, stop what you're doing. Be happy with yourself first. That's the most important thing. That's how you keep your sanity straight, right. You know?
And if you're happy with what you're doing, you're way less affected by people who are not into it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're like, well, I like it. I matter.
Yeah, so. Exactly. You matter the most. If I like it, that's it. If you don't like what I like, it wasn't meant for you. If you like it, then shit, welcome to the club, man. Come over.
Exactly.
Let's join.
Exactly.
Let's go with the journey. Let's go. That's how we do it. So, Danielle, thank you very much for this. You know, we have a nice little conversation.
Totally.
We're gonna wrap this up. Before we leave, please plug yourself out. Let the people know where they can find you and what they can expect from you in the future.
Totally. My Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, everything is all the same. YouTube is my name, Danielle DeNicola. And Twitter is Danielle DeNicola without the first E in DeNicola, because they only have 15 characters in a username instead of 16, which is rough for me.
For you, though. Anything in the future that's like the Blue Eyes armor that I'm excited?
The Blue Eyes armor is coming. My Valentine is coming. I have a Emma Frost that's coming.
Oh.
And on Twitch, we are playing Dragon Age and about to play Hitman.
Okay. Where can they catch you on Twitch?
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Twitch.tv/Danielle DeNicola.
That's
7 p.m. Eastern
time. All right. Well, Danielle, thank you very much for coming into the show. I really appreciate it very much for you coming over. And yeah, you're more than welcome to come back to the show, and we could talk about more other stuff, you know, and probably catch up with the jiu-jitsu and with your supering back over.
Yes. I will educate myself on Dragon Ball Super. I'll be back.
Hey, you say yourself you're a big DBC fan. So
I am. It was like my whole childhood, and I love it dearly. And I just, for some reason, never sat down and watched Super.
Unbelievable. Wow.
I know.
That's wild.
Truly.
But that's okay, because you're going to go ahead and catch her and you're going to enjoy it very much. So Danielle, thank you for coming in, and thank you everyone for listening. And remember, every week it's a brand new episode with a brand new topic. So be sure to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at the Lone Wolf Podcast for SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. And of course, the YouTube channel at lonewolfpod.com. That's lone, WOLV pod.com. Please, guys, help me around with my YouTube channel. I'm trying to raise it to 100 subscribers. We're almost there. If we get there, I'm going to give you guys a free project of mine for you guys to do a remix or do whatever you want. I could give free lessons, whatever you want. Let's get to 100 subscribers, guys, please.
Yay.
So I can finally have my own fucking URL.
So true.
Yeah.
Another struggle.
Yeah, the struggles. Once we get 100 subscribers, then we'll talk about the thousands, all right? So, but first, let's get to the 100 subscribers, guys. Please help me around. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me to cover or you want Danielle to cover on the next episode, please let me know on the comments down below. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.